Hello and welcome to TheProPlebNoob and welcome back to the Magic Hour. Where we last left off, we'd just gotten ourselves the collectibles and the tapes as well. We saw the tragedy of Reginald Levin happen in real time. The rise and fall of the man behind it all. And got all the collectibles we could. We're still missing two, I think. But maybe wondering, what are we doing back here? You know, I said at the end of the last video that was the pseudo finale. Well, I figured, one, I actually forgot to check out the extras. It was the big thing. I've completely forgot to actually look over the extras. But most importantly, I think actually it deserves to have been an attempt video, you know, of the max mode. Even if we don't do it, I feel like at the very least, we gotta give it a shot. But did you see that just then? Did you? See that flicker out of the corner of your eye? Some kind of ghost, perhaps. So when you set them all to 20, they become the ghosts. Martha, Charlie and Mari, Sue, and Reginald himself. So there's no promises that we beat this. Fully, like, it's solely just Reginald that is just such a pain. But I figured at the very least, I would put some attempts in, and then we can take a look at the extras to end off the kind of thing. So the main strat here is just kind of, you want to kind of check the obvious spots. Alice has been annoying. Alice sometimes does that. You can be like super fast on her, she'll still play that sound cue. That sound cue means that she is about to... Okay, where are you? There you are. You want to kind of check like the obvious spots, and then like for the twins. So I check game room. Okay, so that's kind of bad because she's all the way up in Briar's corner. And she's draining my oxygen as we speak. So I gotta go all the way up there. And I did take a big hit to my oxygen. And you would have seen, I think, Reginald move out the back there.
What the?
Oh yeah, here's a spooky text. Alright, now we go. Okay, that was awful. I used up all my mistakes there. And he's about to attack me, like, straight after. That's the thing. You have to, like... I find the best thing is like a pincer maneuver. So put your fingers on the W, or the Z and X key. And then move. And then kind of pincer upwards. To kind of get them. But it's just the fact is, like... It's not just the fact that you can only make 4 mistakes ever. I think is the big tough thing. If you could make them... If it was like 4 mistakes per attack, it wouldn't be that bad. Like even like per like double attack would be fine. Hell, even have it be like 2 mistakes or something would be even better. The fact that there's 4 mistakes total, and the fact that Reginald jumps like so often, because he jumps like he takes, you know, he jumps quite often. Okay, this is particularly bad. So I'm gonna knock you out. There, you can wait a bit for Abby. Abby's pretty chill. Make sure you're not anywhere obvious. Like, yeah, it's like it's literally just Mrs. Smiles. That's the bad thing. Everyone else is really chill and isn't too much of a threat. Ah, I missed that obvious one there. Missed that obvious one there. That's funny, because he will attack like at least... I'd say at least 6 times, I reckon. If not more. He does a double attack. He attacks about once every hour. So he'll attack about 12 times, is the thing. And you need to press about, you know, that many buttons. And then also not stuff up. At any point. On any of them. So I've got 1 mistake left in the... Are you up there? No. Where are you? There you are. So that's like the first round survived, but he's gonna jump me like soon after. Oh, you're way up there. So far away. There goes my oxygen. So I probably won't survive this anyway, even with my oxygen. Because you want to find the twins really fast. Because obviously oxygen gets drained like nothing there. If you're not careful. You should jump me again sometime. Hey, Abby. Yeah, I just saw him in the corner there. He'll jump me soon. That's you there. Good spawn. Hey, man. So that was a good one. Some of them you can do really well on, others you can just utterly fail immensely. It's actually kind of impressive, honestly. All things considered. Hey, man. There. It's the Q and R ones that are kind of weird. I kind of wish it was only 7 keys. I wish it was like the S key and then the 6 keys that's around that. Because that would be a lot better of like a lot better. But it's solely just the fact that Mr. Smiles is so... is the thing. Like, I don't... like, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't even say that this max mode is, like, difficult, per se. Because it's not... I wouldn't say it's really difficult, is the thing. Like, it's not... like, it's kind of hard to describe, I guess. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Hiding B. Okay, get you. Stop moving. But, like... yeah, because it's like, even like Fast Nights, I tried doing some Fast Nights attempts just to see how lucky I would go. And even then, I got nowhere. So, it's solely just Mr. Smiles. It's kind of like a big, you know, big, you know, a big nuisance. A big annoying nuisance that man is. But sometimes you can pause in like the exit room. Ah, see, I didn't even see that in my peripheral there. That was better, but even still, like, I lost 1 mistake on the first move. Like, that's gonna cost me. Because again, you get 3 mistakes, and then the 4th one means you're dead. So, that's you there. That's nice. But it's like the ones that really... I hate when like it switches. Oh yeah, this one's a... yeah, that's a lost one there. I hate when it switches like from opposite to opposite, is the thing, because it's not just a hand-eye coordination thing. Like, I mean it is, but like it's a more like advanced one, because you have to like not only pay attention to what letter is being shown, but also where the letter's being shown, and also like, you know, and then press it accordingly is the thing. Like it's not a nice, like that's the thing, like it becomes like exponentially worse. Because, like, usually, you know, as is standard practice, you'd expect characters to become, you know, you expect characters to become annoying on their highest difficulty. That's the whole point. But, like, Mr. Smiles becomes so much annoying in comparison to everyone else that it feels really unfair, is the thing. Because everyone else is honestly just really chill. Like, Alice is aggressive, and, like, so are the twins. Like, they're going to be moving constantly and stuff. Even Abby shows up quite frequently, but no one feels like to the insane extent that Mr. Smiles is. I just misread that one there. Oh, accidentally pressed when I didn't want to. Alright, there goes all my mistakes there. All gone, man. Alright, well, we're cooked here. We're cooked. We're cooked, man. I have no idea. Can my oxygen stop freaking out? Alright. I'll probably go from the twins after this. I'll be so real. See, that one was so nice. That was a nice maneuver there. Okay, I found you just in time. Oh, that was a nice maneuver there. And that's the thing. I think my big problem is that the pattern, like, there's not really a pattern to the movements. Oh, okay, Alice is gonna be so mad at me. Sorry, Alice. Okay, I suppose you didn't get mad at me there. That's really odd. Usually you get quite mad. Maybe you're being nice to me. So you want to check like the obvious spots. You're in the game room. Hey man. Nah. Because you're like, you have to like unfocus is the thing. You have to like unfocus yourself, and it's an 8-minute night. Like, it's not a short night, which is really weird because like the nights actually don't feel too long in the It's probably actually a sign that the game does a good job at balancing its length. Because nights don't feel long at all. Until you actually... because it's not a 6-minute, I'm pretty sure. I think I timed it when I was doing my attempts. It definitely wasn't 6-minute. If it was, and I timed it very... if it was, and I timed it very wrong. Yeah, so you may want to check for the twins. You mostly want to check Arcade Hall A and B, Game Room and Prize Corner. Because they're the most obvious spots to kind of see... So I should have got Alice here, just because my mouse would have been less... the mouse would have been more stable. Because after Abby shows up, the mouse becomes very much unstable. is the thing. Party room C. Gonna disappear. Hey, man. See, that was good. That was a good one right there. He's gonna jump in again, obviously. You need him to stall him. That's it, you need him to stall completely on, in the party room. See, that was really good there. I don't know why I did so well for that one. Did I find the twins? Yeah. Like, I think it depends on how nice the actual, like, sequence is. Because some sequences are really nice, and others are just absolutely awful to deal with. But you kind of, like, you know, it's just pure luck of the draw then, is the thing. Unfortunately. That's you over there. Alice, don't get mad. Alright. Not there, hey man. Ah. Oh, this is where it all falls apart. Because, like, you miss one and suddenly, yeah. Like, when you miss one, the whole rhythm gets thrown off, is the thing. So all it takes is just one slip up and it just cascades down. But no, I wanted to do an attempt video, because, like, well, one, like, it's been ages since I actually done an attempt video. And I feel like it's, you know, I feel like I need to do more of them. Because it feels kind of, like, it was disrespectful to be like, yeah, I just, like, you know, I just kind of say that max mode is too hard at the first start of at the start of, like, the last video. It makes more sense if I actually kind of show you guys the fact that, like, yeah, this is how tough the max mode is. This is what's, you know, it's kind of like our best shot. It's what we did for, like, Friedrichs, if you remember. It's like, yeah, this is kind of too tough at the moment. And I would do it in the spare time if I didn't already have Frick Bears in the max mode backlog. So it will join, like, all the other fan games that I haven't done the max mode for, is the thing. Which is a fair bit, I'll be real. It's a fair bit of fan games there. But yeah, maybe one day I'll get back to them. One day. No promises. I gotta focus on Frick Bears most importantly. That's the big one. Alright, hey man. But yeah, it's solely just this mechanic. It's not even a bad mechanic, honestly. But it solely just depends on, like, how good your hand-eye coordination and how good your peripheral vision is. Where are you at? Did I find you anywhere? I don't know where my doll is. There you are. You're mad at me. Get one of them. You. Am I meant to be... Okay, you're somewhere. Where are you? Alright, you're mad. Ah, you left. See, that's the one thing I don't get. I don't know... That... Because that sound usually signifies that Alice is about to attack. It signifies that Alice has become aggressive, and if you don't fix the speakers, Alice will do something. But on very rare occasions, that happens when Alice moves. So, like, I don't know if it's like some kind of thing where, like, the level of aggression... like, she does it so much earlier than she does other times, is the thing. Because she didn't move right now, is the thing. So the only thing I can think of is that there is some level of aggression that, like, teeters on the edge between, like, what's valid and what's not. See, that's a really nice twin spawn. That's, like, the best twin spawn you can hope for, to get game room and prize corner. But, like, the strat mostly is to chill in the main hall. Because, one, they can't spawn there. And two, it allows you access to the entire loop system. I'm hoping... Yeah. Mr. Smart also, like, beelines to your office. Like, he's already here, bro. Ah, of course we start with an R. That's so mean. I would have to, like, unlock my peripheral vision is the thing. But the problem is, like, when I play FNaF fan games, my vision kind of becomes, like, locked in. I don't really have good peripheral vision because I'm busy focusing on, like, all the small details. And so the problem is like... Hello? Hello? What the? Huh? Not a small amount. I would just wish there was some way to just, like... to have him be a bit more varied. Because Because one of the things I love about the custom night is about that he's calling out the names of his family. Like he's literally saying like Sue, Marie, and whatnot. And like that feels like the perfect chance to have his mechanic be like he's going after the animatronics. Is the thing. Because that would be so cool, I think, to have him actually like kind of hunt them down, and you almost have to kind of like defend them. Because maybe the idea that Mr. Smiles is the only one left, and he's gonna come for you or something. Oh, that would actually be a really cool idea. You have like Mr. Smiles almost like take out the animatronics, is the thing, and then that way, like you have him take out the animatronics, and then like, as night kind of goes on, where are you? There you are. Like he becomes more powerful, like he becomes more aggressive and stuff, until eventually, if he takes out everyone, then that's it, It's like there's a chance he attacks, or there's a chance he goes in a direction. You are not there. Where are you? The game hall. Prize corner? Yeah, cool. Probably should have confirmed that actually. It was pretty of a risky maneuver to not go to prize call. Hey, Alice. And hey again. No good pal. Mr. Smiling Man. Oh, shouldn't have stuffed up that one. That was an easy one not to stuff up. I hate when you still have the easy button presses because you're so used to trying to press something else. Sucks a whole bunch. Alright. Are you there? No. Hey again. My man. My smiling man. I hate the Q and R one so much. But I have no idea where you guys are. That's you. Cool. Get you down. Get you down. Hey, Abby. Hey, Abby. Alright, check. Prize corner. I'm so far away. Need some time. I just need a bit of time, man. That's all I ask. For just a bit of time. Hey. Yeah, so I use my oxygen too much here because the twins have gone in. I think I'm one mistake off from dying to you, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I got to 4 AM though. But as you can see there, like I've already used up my mistakes, like, a good portion into the night. Goodness gracious, man. Yeah, don't worry, Alice, we're coming. It's like, yeah, like that's the thing, like it signifies her aggression, it doesn't signify her actual... That was terrible there. Alright. 2... Oh! Hello there. We got a rare screen. How fitting. Hey man. Fancy seeing you here, Mr. Smiles, you big nuisance, you. Surely you get thumbnail privileges now. I mean, you're gonna get thumbnail privileges anyway, but this gets thumbnail privileges. Does this count as a win? Surely? No? No? Okay. Are you now deleted from the night? Please, Mr. Smiles. Please be gone. An arcade somewhere. Oh. I see one of the party rooms. Ah, that was an easy one. Sometimes I'm just really good at reading them, other times I'm just not, is the thing. Sometimes I'm just really just not good at reading the letters. I know what to do. Hey man. Oh, come on. Ah, man. Like, it just requires your absolute focus, is the thing. Alright, let's take a look at the extras, and then we're going to call it here. So, it's not inevitable that we're not going to come back ever, but I'll probably put it on the backlog until... Because like, it's one of those things where I just need to get good at that specific attack, and the maximum is a win, is the thing. It's not like I have to learn, like, a whole bunch of mechanics, or, like, get good at, like, literally everything. It's literally just Mr. Smiles' attack. So... I'll probably put it on the Maximo backlog, like, after Frick Bears, I'm thinking. But, like, so that just depends on, like, how much free time I have, really, is the thing. So we have Abby, of course, we have Pauline and Paulette, we have Alice, And we have Mr. Smiles, our good man Reginald. Characters, we have Reagan, full name Reagan Schmidt. She's 17 years of age. Born 1997, daughter of Michael Schmidt and... Wait, is that Michael Schmidt as in like... Girl Mike Schmidt? Ashley J. Waters. Reagan was born on July 2nd of 1997 in Ontario, Canada. At the age of 3, her mother was hired as a journalist for a well-known newspaper in Colorado, where they lived for the next 3 years until they moved to Wisconsin. Once in elementary school, Reagan met Sabrina Kaufman, who became her best friend for all the years to come. Contrary to her mother, Reagan has always been a very troublesome and destructive girl, much like her grandmother in her teens. Despite that, Reagan is very supportive, sensitive, and friendly. She really enjoys being around people. Okay, we need to remind you that her grandmother killed people. Not kind of intentionally. That was the whole deal with Lakes Funland, which you should check out as well. That's a really cool game. Then we have Reginald Levin, 51 years old at the time of death. He died on January 15, 2010, the date of the final tape that we've had. Son of Isaac and Adele Levin, a Jewish couple, Reginald was raised in a small town in Canada. Contrary to what you may think, Reginald didn't have a traumatic childhood at all. He was loved and taken care of by his parents. He met Stuart Kingsley in middle school. They were huge fans of robotics and technology, and they became best friends. They decided to get at the same high school and university, and even got a job at Tomochi Incorporated, both assigned to work for Oscar Madwood, owner of Lakes Funland. He married Martha Murray in 1988, lost his job as Lakes Funland head engineer in 1994, had his first child Sue in 1997, and was betrayed by his best friend that same year. Due to the stress and depression, he found a comfort in alcohol, hoping to find a solution in gambling after failing at every new job opportunity he found. With all their money lost, Reginald and his family had no choice but to break into an abandoned house in the middle of a hill to live there. After making his family's life an earthly hell for over 10 years, Reginald had a taste of his own medicine the very day of his 51st birthday. He was left to bleed to death inside of his worst enemy's only creation. Oh yeah, because Mr. Smiles was the only thing like properly designed by Stuart was the thing. And we have Evelyn Murray, Martha Levin. Martha Levin, born Martha Murray, was Reginald's wife for 21 years until her tragic demise. Unlike Reginald, she had a troubled childhood, losing her father at a young age and being an only child. It was just Martha and her mother facing the daily struggles of life. Despite her troubled youth and her troubled adulthood as Reginald's wife and mother of Sue and Marie, Mother would always have a smile on her face and a positive attitude towards life. She possesses Abby since the day she died. She got Sue Levin. She was aged 12 at the time of her death. Sue Levin was Reginald and Martha's first child, born in 1997, before Reginald was fired from Tomochi Inc. Unlike her younger sister, Sue was more introverted and depressed, as she had to see her parents in crisis and her father's mental health deteriorate slowly at a very young age. Part of her serene personality is still reflected in Alice, the animatronic body she inhabits. Then we have Marie Evelyn Levin, our story girl, aged 7 at the time of her death. Marie Levin was Reginald and Martha's second child. By the time she was born, her home was already broken. Unlike Sue, Marie was always more innocent, playful, and curious. She seemed to inherit her mother's joyful attitude. She possesses Paulette. The Smiling Cherub, age unknown, species angel, first appearance together again. Did you show up in the first one? I don't remember you in the first one. I must have clearly missed you. Maybe you did. If you showed up in like the max mode ending or whatever, then I wouldn't have seen you. Because the max mode in Together Again was also quite tough. Smiling Cherub is an angel whose purpose is to guide the lost souls back to the light. As seen in the first Together Again, she's also a shapeshifter and tends to use this in favour of gaining a soul's trust easily. Red Hellsinger the Handshaker, species demon, first appearance Together Again. The Handshaker is a nickname given to this mysterious creature previously seen in Together Again, who goes by the name of Red Hellsinger, when using his human body. For millennia, the Handshaker will make deals with wrong-intentioned people and those in despair, in need of a quick solution for their problems. In all those years, only one person managed to survive after making a deal with him. But the truth is, every deal will lead to the victim's tragic fate. After the events of 1990s unleashed by Oscar Magwood, a superior entity commanded Handshaker to torment every single one of Oscar's associates and eventually quit his one life purpose to become their punisher in the afterlife. Interesting. So he was actually under orders to torment every single one of Oscar's associates, specifically by some higher entity, and eventually quit his one life purpose to become their punisher in the afterlife. Because the one that survived isn't Oscar, right? No, it would be Oscar, but he was shot in the court afterwards. After making a deal, the truth is every deal would lead to the victim's tragic fate. Because Oscar survived after making the deal, but then he got shot like years later. Corpse Slave, and his name is Tyler. He's Sunshine's manager. Wait, is he on the same? Wait, Oh, Hudson Harris voices Reginald, the Red Hellsinger, and also Corpse Slave. Talk about an impressive range there. So Tyler is the older brother of one of the kids murdered by Rachel Waters in 1990. Oh, there you go. The specific event turned Tyler's world upside down, watching his parents decay emotionally. Tyler's grief and his repressed feelings of anger and sadness forced him to isolate himself from the world for a long time. His personal relationships and academic performance were affected by this. I kind of feel bad for being mean to you, Corpse Slave, then. Kind of feel bad, man. Incapable of overcoming his brother's tragic death and the destruction of his family, Tyler became a drug addict and an offender, getting imprisoned multiple times. After serving 3 years in prison and getting clean, he went from state to state trying to start a new life, with a new job. But unfortunately, every door was shut for him because of his criminal record until he found Sunshines. From having a casual interview with Stuart Kingsley himself to confronting him about what happened to his family because of Oscar Magwood, Stuart agreed to give him a second chance in life and hire him. He's been Sunshine's manager for 7 years ever since. Wait, do you kind of... Are you the doppelganger that was hired by Stuart to... No, that's too early, right, in the timeline? So in Freezer prison again, because he was state to state trying to start a new life. Because remember, Stuart got Reginald fired by taking photos of him with narcotics and stuff, which this guy got arrested for. Oh, that was in a different state though, right? Surely? Unknown. Until he found Sunshines. 7 years ever since. So if he... No, that'll be too... No, it would be too late in the timeline. Because he's been the manager for 7 years. This game took place in 2014. Wait, that means Reginald died in like... That means Reginald died like 4 years ago as the timeline of this game. Alright, is it everyone? That's everyone there. Okay, then we have all the jump scares. We have seen all of them actually. Mr. Smiles we've seen too much of. We have the behind the scenes as well. Got the magic hour. You can see all the modeling process. Very, very cool. All the cool stuff there. Always so cool how these fan games get made, man. Like it all looks so complicated. Like it all comes together so well. A JJ soap dispenser. Oh, you from the arcade game? As well, the Abby pose in the hallway, Mary 11, Abby Sprite in the office. Oh, it's progress of the office. Okay, so it looked a lot different than we last kind of, you know. Well, I guess it kind of started off. You can say you got a lot more color, a lot of glitter in the top. Was this camera in the? Was that camera in the game? I don't remember that being there, I'll be so real. I don't remember that being a dining room with that many chairs. No, I don't think that was there. Mr. Smile, our good sir. We've got Martha and Corpse Slave. Martha there. We've got Sue. And we'll be grateful and smile with the posters. The magic hour. The end is near. Have you seen this woman? Oh, that's a good one. And there we are, development facts as well. Lake is a worthless character about Harlan Magwood. Hayden and Co. were not permitted to appear again by their creators. However, Alice has always been Mephisto's favourite animatronic, hence why she was the only one from Together Again to make it into the sequel besides Abby. There you go, long before Together Again came out in New Year's Eve 2021, the first idea for a potential sequel was a game featuring Alice as the main antagonist. The title was Hello Alice, the setting was an abandoned TV studio. The arcade machines and paper decorations originally made from Mephisto's cancelled the Return to Freddy's 4 remaster. Reagan's one of the faces never seen in the game, her name is never mentioned either, and the idea of having her take part in the gameplay was quickly dismissed. All out of respect for her character arc and Together Again, having proper closure, but yes, at one point she was planning to have a minor role in the game. Yeah, because I just entirely missed that was, like, Reagan's mother was the protagonist from Together Again. That's the thing. The game's total budget was about a $50 Steam card. It was around $100 cheaper than Together Again. Corpse Slave means corporate slave, his real name is Tyler. Yes, Tyler. The Jeweller's total death count is 13 deaths. Vanessa and Margaret Magwood, Martin Calcott, Josh Felwick, Wendy Gribble, Roger Belleville, spin-off video by H. Harris, Lorraine Wilson, Harry and Magwood, Oscar Magwood, Martha, Sue and Marie Levin, and Reginald Levin started in 1984 and ended in 2010. Magic Hour's development started on November 2nd, 2023, weeks before Together Again was released. Oh, it's been in the works for a while. The two ending cutscenes were written and recorded in mid-2024, but weren't drawn and edited until July-September 2025. Both took about a week to be edited each. Despite their contrasting roles, both Smile and Chirp and the Handshaker are children of the same creator, so essentially, they're brother and sister. I kind of figured there was like a duality to them. I mean, obviously, but like, you know. At first, the game was meant to be a spin-off set in a different universe. A multiverse trilogy was planned, and this would be the second chapter. In the end, the idea of setting the game in the same universe is together again 20 years later was more convenient. This is the second and last chapter of a duology. Originally, Reagan's name was going to be Penny. Reagan's voice actress Bella auditioned for Ashley Waters in 2020. She was casted, but later replaced by Lighthouse in 2021. Oh, that's why the fans called that. 3 years later, she was Oh, that's why Reagan keeps mentioning that the Lighthouse is the name of her mother's book. 3 years later, she was personally contacted by Heisenberg to portray Ashley's daughter, talk about second chances. Many fans were sure that the game would have the same ending as Together Again and other identical things. The most important rule during development was not to play the same cards and repeat the same tricks from the first game. As a good sequel should, you want it to stand on its own. Like, obviously you want it to be a sequel to Together Again, but you want it to stand on its own as well. Finding cutscenes during each frame individually would have taken too long, so the effective solution was to make a basic Photoshop rig of each character. This way, all that had to be done was to pose the characters and modify their expressions if needed. The first and only candidate to voice Sabrina is Splash, known for voicing Jenny Larson in the Walton Files. Oh, that's kind of cool. In the end, this couldn't be possible as she had to focus on college. Kay was casted for the casting call club instead. Wait, who voiced Sabrina then? Well, so how come Sabrina doesn't get a thing in the extras? I feel like that's kind of mean, man. Sabrina's my goat. What do you? Sabrina. Okay, no, so Kay voiced Sabrina instead, but the first only candidate to voice. Okay, I think maybe summer 2014, short after the first FNaF came out, a 9-year-old Heisenberg came up with his first Fangame idea. He played as a security guard defending himself from 4 female fairy animatronics. 2 of them were twins. Nearly 10 years later, it's become the Magic Hour, a game originated from the basic idea and was merged with Together Again. This makes the Magic Hour Heisenberg's first and last ever FNaF fan game. The idea of Mr. Smiles moaning for help while moving around was inspired by that old Five Nights at Freddy's free theory that suggested Springtrap sound files of William Afton crying for help. A few tracks composed by Annabelle Iju, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, were originally made for Together Again but were left unused into this game. In the first draft, Stuart Kingsley's last name was Andriotti, implying he would have had Italian roots. Titles considered for the game before the Magic Hour were Together Again and Bizarre Fairy Tale, Sleepover of Abby, and Abby's Friends. I think the Magic Hour works really well. Early in development, when the setting was an alternate reality, one of the ideas was to add a secret way to summon Lake and Alice from the Together Again universe by following certain steps. They would have a different design that matched Sunshine's lineup, and they would be self-aware on their own game over voice lines, commenting on their design, their surroundings, and the player not being Ashley, who they were going after. Reagan is canonically immortal, but I refuse to elaborate further. She's just that good. She's just that good. My girl Reagan. Honestly, Reagan was such a good protagonist. Literally, like, Reagan was such a just such a good protagonist. Like, you know, she was like kind of connected to the events, but like she was connected in a way that didn't like where she didn't know she was connected, and so you still had that kind of thing where it's like, oh, the Night Guard is relevant, but also not to like the actual plot of what the Magic Hour is about, and like it just turns out so well. JJ's soap suspenso is a reference to a hidden blueprints in Together Again's maintenance room, confirming the company is still considered making her part of the cast. Abby's Stay Still mechanic was also pitched for the cancelled Return to Freddy's 4 remasters gameplay, and the last one, inspired by Sam Raimi's and Chris Nolan's Spider-Man and Batman trilogies, each game in the Together Again duology dives into a certain topic message. Together Again being about desires, and the Magic Hour being about karma and second chances. And there you are. That is the extras. Of course, with our attempt at the max mode 2. So, best we got was 4 AM. I won't rule it off the table that we'll ever do it, but it will definitely be, you know, I'll have to come back to it at some point, sometime in the future, and it probably won't be for a good while. So this means that this video is truly, finally, the end of our Magic Hour playthrough. I have to say that the Magic Hour is a phenomenal game. I do think I probably liked... I think I like some aspects of Together Again more, and I like some aspects of the Magic Hour more. Like, I think I like the mechanics and like style more of the Magic Hour, but I think I did like the story more of Together Again. It's not just like the story was quite good on this one. I was a big like, you know, I just liked the Together Again story more. Not saying this one was bad, mind you, but just like, you know, you have some preferences. You know, that's how it be. But honestly, like, the Magic Hour is a phenomenal fan game, and definitely I would recommend checking it out for yourself, as well as Together Again, Alex Funland's story, which we also played through, so you can check that out for yourself as well. Honestly, it was pretty fun. I think it came out, that was around Christmas, right? There's also like a Christmas spin-off we covered as well, which I entirely forgot about that thing actually existed. But there we have it. That is the extras. So we covered all the bonus content, and we gave our best shot at the max mode. So I reckon, yeah. As much as I don't like leaving, you know, as much as I don't like giving up per se, it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, you know, you solely just have to get good at that Mr. Smiles mechanic, and solely it's just a hand-eye coordination peripheral problem. You have to be good at seeing stuff like in the peripherals of your screen, which it kind of works in contrast with how I focus on playing like FNaF fan games is the thing, because I kind of lock in my vision like the center-ish, which makes it harder to see the ones that show up on the outside. And then you also have to be really good, like, you know, knowing which key to press, and you have to do that 60 times in a night, roughly, I think. It's either like 60 or 72, I can't remember if it's 5 keys or 6 keys. I think it's at minimum 60 at the very least. Maybe less if you get really lucky with some stalls, but yeah. And you're only allowed 4 mistakes. You're allowed 3 mistakes total, so you have to correctly hit 57 keys over the course of the night. Which, when you put it like that, I feel kind of vindicated not being able to do. But yeah, so we're gonna move. So this is the end of our playthrough with the Magic Hour properly. We will not come back. If I have the free time, and like probably after I've done Frick Bears, I might put this max mode in the backlog. I reckon will be the plan. Just because it's a max mode that's like in reach is the thing. It's like other max modes we've done where it's like, yeah, this is pretty much impossible for me to do. It's like, this is really hard and I can't do it because of this one specific mechanic, but if I get good at that exact mechanic, then we're fine. So that's kind of the plan there. But it, you know, almost just depends on how much free time I have, really. So hopefully you have enjoyed our playthrough with the Magic Hour. I have to say it was quite fun. I love Reagan as protagonist. She was so good. The voice acting was phenomenal. You know, all the tapes about the story of like Reginald were really cool as well. And I think nights 5 and 6 are really, really solid. And like that, you know, when Mr. Smiles is first introduced, his mechanic is honestly really, really cool. But then it then kind of falls apart in Custom Night, so I do have to fault it a bit there. But like, you know, with what I mentioned like at the start of the last episode, where it kind of like, you know, it becomes so much more difficult in comparison to everyone else that it feels like the game is unfairly balanced towards Mr. Smiles. Because like everyone gets harder because it's the max mode, everyone's on 20, but Mr. Smiles gets so much harder in comparison to what you deal with on nights 5, 6, and even like in comparison to everyone else as well, like Abby and the twins, and you know. So I don't think it's the best use of Mr. Smiles' mechanics when it kind of becomes more aggressive, but that's the way it is. So yeah, there we have it. That's the Magic Hour. A huge thank you to Sir Mephisto for making both the Magic Hour and Together Again and Lake's Funland story. Both were very phenomenal games, and you know, I hope you do well whenever you make next. Obviously, this is your last FNaF fan game, but hope you still make more stuff, because the stuff you make is pretty cool, I gotta say. So yeah, hopefully you have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time for another FNaF fan game. In the meantime, though, I've been TheProPlebNoob. Well, I've always been a TheProPlebNoob, but in the meantime, have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.